Hello and welcome to another game of the quarterfinals of the AMD Premier League. Mineski taking on MUFC, and we will see if Mineski can force out a game number 3 after being quite convincingly beaten by MUFC in the first game. And I am not here by myself. I'm once again joined by Basskip. Welcome back.
Well, nice to be back, Sheever. So yeah, game 2. Looking forward to it. MUFC versus Mineski, two teams that I've always wanted, I'm never unhappy to see a game between these two teams, and I guess I'm never unhappy to see Dota in general, so yeah, looking forward to this one.
No preferences. Well, we saw Mineski in game number 1 doing something that we hadn't seen in a while, having the Morphling actually picked up and running him solo mid. The question is, are they going to try something that we haven't seen in a while again, or are they going to be going for more conventional ways that we are used to seeing of strategies that we know can work? But well, you said during the first game, like, they are in a bit of a, they're playing, of course, in a different community. Pinoy Dota has got has developed differently than the rest of the world. You can say it that way, and maybe that just results into different strategies that we haven't seen before, but might actually work.
Sure. I mean, Mineski actually known for some, some interesting picks here and there. We see some Omni Knight. We see some. Yeah, whatever works, they seem to get it done. But MUFC, a hero that we've actually seen banned out for the majority of the tournament so far, is going to make it through, and that's the Nakes. So yeah, we'll see what Mineski
wants to get it up. Ooh, Mineski getting the Magnus though. They got the Magnus in the previous game as well, didn't they? Yeah, they did. Yeah. They have run the long lane solo. Let's see what they're going to be doing to change their path. Of course, now they have an RP to order deal with the Magnus, but do they want more is the question. I mean, there's still different heroes that can still work against that rage, like a Bane if they want it, but they go for a Rubik just to make sure that they are the only ones that get an RP.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, MUFC actually set themselves up really nicely for this Nakes pick. The thorn in the side typically for the Nakes is going to be that support Shadow Demon, but they actually throw that out as the first ban. And Mineski have bigger fish to fry. They're going to get rid of the Batrider and the Lone Druid, and that's gonna let Nakes have a lot of room to do whatever he wants in this game. The Shadow Demon is typically a very strong suppressant on him, as it were. So we're gonna see some of his unbridled power this game. And yeah, Nakes definitely a hero that I think a lot of people are speculating that he might receive some minor tweaks before we get to TI3 in 6.78. So
yeah. Which tweaks would you get though that wouldn't completely nerf him to the ground?
I think a little bit of maybe a bit of a rescale on the rage duration. You could shave off half a point.
It already was rescaled.
Yeah, so that has been changed. I'm not sure. Maybe the Infest heal as well. It's just crazy survivable right now. I think is part of the problem for people. So who knows? Another nice thing about Ice Frog, he doesn't always snap nerf. Most of the time he'll try and get the meta to evolve around the hero. Yeah. So instead of just saying, oh, let's make Lifestealer weaker, let's make heroes that are not so strong but good against Nakes that little bit stronger. And so yeah, I think that might be another way of helping to phase him out. But MUFC very aggressive from them so far, and we're going to see some Queen of Pain as well.
Yeah, we're going to have, of course, the Light Strike Array followed up by the to follow up on the open wounds, and just overall the amount of nuke damage that they have right now is pretty dangerous, and I think we're gonna see some high aggression play from them this game, as Mineski is ticking heavily into their bonus time and gonna be going for Juggernaut again. Now I don't know. Juggernaut Rubik work well together. Of course, you have your Telekinesis and Blade Fury, so the combination is there.
Yeah, but MUFC immediate ban on the Leshrac, and I mean, Juggernaut doesn't actually have that spectacular a time against the Nakes. And Mineski already quite melee heavy as well within their first 3 picks, picking themselves up a Magnus and a Juggernaut. I think I would have liked to have seen a Gyrocopter as well. I mean, we talk about Shadow Demon as a way to deal with Nakes, and we talk about Magnus as well, but call down slowing through magic immunity is also a big deal, and that helps to kite him around in the team fights. And the thing with Nakes is that, yes, he's very survivable if he's on top of a target, but if you can silence him, if you can get a solid stun down on him, he is quite squishy early on, and you can bring him down. So a lot of time we'll see things like a Quap with an Orchid, a Storm Spirit with an Orchid, but I just don't know how the Juggernaut helps them that much to be dealing with with the Nakes, and I think that's the big threat that Mineski need to have their eyes on right now. Though Juggernaut has some nice energy with Magnus, obviously, so we'll be seeing some of that in this game.
Yep, Illuminate getting banned out in the form of a Coddle. Clockwork offlaners getting banned out by Mineski, something that MUFC still needs him. I'm kinda curious to see what Mineski has in store for us in the mid lane. Because so far it doesn't look that different from what they had in the first game. Like, the only difference is Rubik compared to a Shadow Demon, which is kind of doing the same role as you already hinted on earlier games that we had. Shadow Demon picked up. Rubik doesn't really, do anything with the Shadow Demon because he's fulfilling the same kind of role. And I'm hoping that Mineski can actually get something different out of this one compared to the previous game.
I worry that Mineski might be forced into a tri-lane that they might not necessarily want to take. A lot of the strong tri-lane supports have been removed. There's still a Jakiro in the pool for either side, though MUFC could look to take that themselves right now. And the other very dangerous thing right now is that Nakes doesn't have to be in the tri-lane. If Mineski show their hands too much and they show that they're not picking up somebody who can offlane 3v1, then MUFC can look to match the Lifestealer up against the Magnus. Queen of Pain can dominate the other solo. And Nakes has a great time against Mag, though MUFC, a red-themed team, they're going to pick themselves up a Dragon Knight, so probably going to be seeing him as that mid.
Yeah, they just look like when they reach their level 6s, they're just going to power through. And so far Mineski, they only got the RP to stop it, but they need more follow-up damage. Now they still have the Jakiro in the pool if they want it. Telekinesis works well together with the Ice Path, so they could go for that.
5 seconds remaining.
If they want it.
Yeah,
but
they can still load up on Teamfight 100% and try to have that as their win condition. As it were, MUFC are just so dangerous, though. I mean, Nakes, the other big thing is just that the fact that you can have him with your initiator. There's going to be both a Queen of Pain and probably a DK with a Shadow Blade. Always hunting, always looking for pickoffs. You can have the Nakes bomb ready to go, and that makes life tough for Mineski. It's going to force them into a pushing situation that they may not necessarily, or a 5-man Dota situation that they may not necessarily be ready for at that point in the game. So securing strong lanes is going to be important, but when you've got someone like a Magnus who doesn't necessarily dominate, and picking up even more melee, going for the Sand King here.
It does work well together with Rubik because, at the start of the game, of course, very short range burrow strike, but you can, with the Rubik, just jump the target a bit back, so the burrow strike can be there, and they can, of course, compare the epicenter with the RP. But we've seen in the previous game that it took a long time for those supports to get level 6. And I think it will take a long time before Sand King gets to that epicenter going, and I'm afraid that MUFC, before that happens, already got such a dominating lead with their heroes that we might not be able to see that combination there at all. They need to be able to buy more time for their heroes, and the heroes that they have are not really good at buying time
10 seconds
that much.
Yeah. And whoever they take here, it has to be a good
5 seconds.
Either has to be a good 3v1 or a good solo. And okay, so they're gonna find themselves Puck. So that's a nice bear. Not 100% sure what lanes are gonna be, but it's looking aggressive for Mineski. It could be an offlane Puck as well, though a single stun is gonna be enough to clean up Jay there. So have to be careful, but Mineski with a ton of team fight here. They've got themselves a coil, they've got themselves a reverse polarity, they've got an epicenter, and spin to top off as well. And Rubik's probably going to be able to reliably steal something from either Lina or Quap, so even more damage coming that way.
Yeah, I really love the Puck pickup here because it brings just so much more control to fights that they really need. A Dream Coil to set things up with, for example, and a Puck expectedly to go solo mid will be able to get those levels up. So I really think that was the perfect pickup for them, and I hope that it's going to be working out. Let's see though. We're going to be seeing for MUFC Hunt Trash player on his signature hero, Queen of Pain, with the mythical legendary wings. Never mind me. We have got Too Fucking Good playing the Lina this game. Interesting to see that one. We've got 007 on support Sven. It is going to be a Lifestealer played by Ling, and we are then missing the disconnected FZ, who will be playing the... What? What's he gonna play?
It's DK.
DK! We're playing the DK! There we go.
Yeah.
Fixed.
And over on Mineski, we have Joven Sanity playing the Magnus. We've got Yanni playing the Juggernaut. Geo is going to be on Rubik. Jay playing the Puck. And Oa is going to be on Sand King playing
Pooh.
because, yeah, playing under Pooh. So
I like it. I like it better than Oa. It's better to say.
it's got some, you know, it's got some Winnie the Pooh flavor in there, I guess. So yeah. Well.
I like
Anyway.
I like it. Let's see where they're going to be heading with their lane. So far, everybody going top, party at the top lane. Both teams heading over there, so might have a bit of a level 1 engagement, which would be going the way of MUFC, just purely for the amount of shutdown that they have. Unless Sand can get a brilliant burrow strike in, but the danger of that is that he puts himself in harm's way. That might not be that ideal.
Never count out the spin at level 1. That's,
True.
400 damage before reductions, 300 damage if he manages to keep it going.
They're gonna be
Ooh,
finding
level
each
1.
other, or are they gonna be backing off, or are they gonna be going up? MUFC, they're not backing off, looking for a way in, gonna be stunning up on the puck, no face shift, picked up his orb first, there goes the Blade Fury burst strike, it's only on 007, it is gonna be the puck that is able to get away, nice light strike array, and it's gonna be Magnus that's gonna be in some trouble, will be able to score a lot of people out, and the first blood goes the way of Ling, picks up the puck, still as FC goes down. Magnus goes down. Huntress player, one more hit, no self. He is not gonna be going down for now. He's gonna be coming back to land the Shadow Strike up on Pooh. Telekinesis will be stunning up some people, but the double kill goes still to Too Fucking Good on his lead. Now he's just sitting back and hitting stuff 3 for 1. And again, MUFC coming out ahead on a level 1 engagement, exactly the same as last game. Only 1 extra kill for MUFC this time, and these two teams, they have the same movements at level 1. They had it in the previous game, they have it in this game, and well, what to say about that? Apart from that, MUFC have a great start.
A great start, and so much of that due to TFG. I mean, you saw a great stun at the start of the fight. There was a follow-up stun where Flop was almost dead. You know, 1 right click away from death. The 2-man light strike array connects. Contrast paper able to pop this out. But oh, Jay, can he get this one? Yes, 1 more right click, gonna do it. Perfect calculation, and yeah, fantastic play. So Jay, known for his 1v1 play, and I think, yeah, showing it here. So
yeah, Puck against the Queen of Pain, of course, normally gonna be one of those matchups that is fairly even, gonna be reliant mostly on skill. We do, of course, have Queen of Pain not dying in that engagement on top, had actually 3 assists, so was a bit ahead, because Puck was the first blood. But right now, Puck putting it back into perspective. Oh, Telekinesis Lena gets dropped down. There comes the Stormhammer though, hits up on 2. Light Strike Array also on 2 as well. It's gonna be Sand King that gets forced away. It does maybe go down. Open wounds, 1 more hit. Burrow Strike is still gonna be there. Is it gonna be enough? It's a question. Here comes 007. Will be able to pick up the kill. And that is gonna be another kill going the way of MUFC.
Yeah, I mean, this top lane's absolutely brutal. Nyx actually got level 2 before the creep spawned, because he got all of the experience from killing the Puck. So yeah, he's off to a fantastic start.
Nope.
Wow, Jay's still really going hard on bot.
Yeah, look at that though. Level 3 and level 2. The level difference is just so big. While, you know, it makes such a big difference already. I think this lane is definitely won by Mineski for now. So a good start. They need that because they didn't win that level 1 engagement. So they need to get it from the lanes that they have right now. Magnus in the meantime is 7 for 1 on last hits. Is of course laning up against a Dragonite who is 10 for 1. So is slightly behind in terms of last hits. But in terms of experience, he managed to get back even again. Almost level 4 up on him. In the meantime, we have got Too Fucking Good. Just clearing out some neutrals here. Gonna be able to not get last hit because it will be G that picks that one up. As MUFC is having the creep wave at the place where they wanted to be. At their tower. Free farming Ling.
Yeah, so getting the farm up. Still a ton of kill potential in this lane. And wow, Jay is just doing such a great job. Huntress player has 2 CS at bot. I mean, they won the level 1 fight so convincingly. He survived. Got away. Had to pop a salve, so that left him a little bit behind in terms of the regen race at bot. But he's actually ahead right now. I think that the right call is to be a little bit more aggressive, but Jay with the levels wasn't bad.
Yeah. At least the mana is a bit less lacking on Puck, but might not even need the mana. Nice blink away needed that as well. In the meantime, on the top lane, looked like we missed a bit of an engagement, but nobody really dying. Just Juggernaut needing to pop himself, and stuns being used on all sides. But this time, no results for either, which is probably the best thing that Mineski could hope for. And they're actually going to counter-initiate right now, and they're going to be going for 2 grand good, and will be able to kill him off. Juggernaut picking up the kill, now open wounds up on the Rubik, who is trying to run. Actually not gonna have to, because that healing ward helping out a ton. The stun still connecting, getting the kill. Winter just picking up that gold. And a 1-for-1 trade. Support for support.
Definitely not too bad for Mineski. Again, when you're behind, trading evenly, not a bad thing to do. And they're getting those levels up. Unfortunately, Sand King is kind of an what I like to call an odd leveled support. So, you know, instead of getting better 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, he's only really waiting around for Burrow Strike, which is going to be 1, 3, 5, so on. So he doesn't get as much out of the experience as, you know, say the Lina or the, well, not even the Sven. I mean, Sven is kind of an odd leveled support as well. But when it comes down to it, SK isn't growing that quickly, but still trading evenly. Not too bad. And another lane's going pretty well. Another rune picked up for Joven.
Yeah, and of course, I mean, the Sand King, the only thing that, you know, he's basically happy about being level 2 is that he can now disjoint the stuns coming off from Winter, but he is now level 3, which is going to be a lot more happier about than the previous one. So let's see if MUFC can still go toe-to-toe with those disables. Mid lane, indeed, I mean, Magnus doing really well, got boots, got bottled, 24 for 1, with FC sitting on 29 for 3, so still fairly even. Level 6 now up on the Dragonite though, with Magnus not level 6 just yet, so going for those runes kind of made him miss a bit of experience right there, so no RP just yet. And I think we should be seeing a rotation when he does have that RP, because I'm not sure if he will be able to kill off the Dragonite, who's now going to go back to base to just heal up completely again, because he knows that when that RP is there, he won't be safe if he is on half HP.
Yeah. Again, it's the same problem on mid that we had the last game. If you leave the DK behind, he's just going to push the tower. But looks like Joven should be able to find an opportunity. He's being able to drive him back pretty effectively. And the fact that Jay is winning winning bot so well is actually a really big deal, because the Crow has been occupied running Hontrash players bottle back and forth. And that means that FCFC actually walked back to base to get a refill on his bottles. So that advantage that he had in terms of experience pretty much nullified there. And the nice thing as well, Joven, he's controlling the wave quite well, getting those runes, and that means that he doesn't require the Crow as much, and that means Jay is able to keep bottle crowing and maintain this advantage that he has at bot. So Mineski looking really solid in these 2 solo lanes, and a little bit of interplay there as well, working out nicely.
Yeah, and like you said, I mean, the 2 solo lanes then /even/1 by Mineski, and the top lane even, which is all you can hope for if you're up against an aggressive tri lane. I mean, yeah, the kills have happened, of course, for MUFC as well, but at least Mineski has been able to get some counter kills as well. There's only a 2-kill difference, which is still the same as it was after the level 1 engagement, so the trades have been even. We do have the gold graph, of course, going away of MUFC still because of that level 1 engagement. Experience graph, same kind of story, even though it's dropped back and forth, but the difference is really nullified a bit. We do see MUFC gonna go for this, though. Telekinesis is gonna be there first, jumping him back and actually cancelling the entire initiation from MUFC, and they're gonna go back to rethink their sins. Pooh actually rotated. There's only 1 support now left, and Huntrash player blinking himself away, level 6 right now, with a level 7 on the puck.
Yeah, so a nice attempt there from Oa. The lane equilibrium just not quite in the right place. Jay threw out an orb. I mean, it would have been suspicious if he hadn't, but it pushed the wave out. It let Oa get around the side, but I think it settled in a place where, yeah, they just weren't able to get the initiation off. But Oa trying for round 2. He's going to make his way back down.
I'm still waiting for the top lane to go for another initiation, but they kind of...
Mid lane, however.
Yeah, has rotated. Magnus gonna be going down. Well, they needed that. MUFC needed that.
Nice rotation in from Winter. Keeping it less suspicious by leaving the Lina up at top. So it's like, oh look, Sven's not here, but it's okay. It's only Sven. But enough to set up the kill on mid, and FCFC are going to be able to put some pressure down on the tower. Wow, Hontrash player. That's the
coward.
He TP'd out, right?
Yeah, he TP'd out.
Then why is this TP scroll off cooldown?
Because if you TP out and you buy a TP scroll afterwards again, we as casters don't see the cooldown. He sees the cooldown, but we don't.
That's a bit silly. Yeah, okay, that's very strange. Thanks for the clarification. Wow.
Oh,
I can't believe I've
wow.
never noticed that.
They're gonna go for this. Burrow strike as well. Omni Slash. Whoa! That's a sad, less sad lifestealer.
Is under attack.
I'm not even gonna say nice coordination because they threw just everything on him just to make sure they got a kill, but they did get the kill. So nicely done by Mineski, and instantly making sure that this trailing right now.
Mid, they're gonna get Joven.
Oh, they're gonna get another one. It is this time Magnus again, and this is gonna be. I mean, we know Sven as a carry also, and as well as a support, but he is now 4-0 to 6. He's been in 6 out of the 7, or 4-0 to 2 rather. 6 out of the 7 kills he's been in, and he is still as a support, but he can transition so easily into a semi-carry
Dire's
right now,
bottom tower is
and
under
it's very
attack.
dangerous.
Yeah, and even just 1 or 2 items, he can put out a lot of damage. So Winter getting a lot done. The Invis rune a bit lucky from FCFC there, but you know you gotta play around it. It's how the game works.
Yep.
And meanwhile, bot Huntrash player finds some space as Jay actually leaves the lane. So
And we do have
still-
Magnus coming bottom though. Instead, after being killed up twice, probably wants to change the scenery.
yeah, so that's gonna be the switch up. But I think Jay needs to be. Well, I mean, he can still try and wait around for a blink, given that he's got such a good start. But I mean, he's got the Dream Coil, and the Dream Coil should be, you know, conservatively a kill each time. But oh, Winter.
Winter. Oh, wow. Puck and a secondary stun and the burst. Doesn't matter who they have against them, they will get the kill. In the meantime, Queen of Pain went down as well. That was the RP used by the Magnus, so at least they got a counter kill this time. Basically killing off the 2 solo safe or solo bottom lanes of each other. So even trade, but yeah, it just goes to show how dangerous that middle lane is. And they don't. The difference is they don't need to use a ulti for that. Dream Call actually up on the Dragon Knight and getting bursted down. Nice kill there as Sven Winter gonna be running because he knows he can't do anything. Will take the double damage rune. Might be able to turn this around. Gets a burrow strike in the face though, and a bit of harassment. Gonna get a stun. Gonna be 1 hit, 2 hit. 6 charges, Sonic Wave coming in, Huntrash player gets the kill, Winter running for his life. It is gonna be the Magnus that will try to get the kill. The Shockwave will be able to do that, but right now the rest is in a lot of trouble. Puck trying to do what he can, silences up, but there's the infest out. It's gonna be another kill going the way of Huntrash player, double kill for him. Magnus still on the retreat, but he won't be running for much longer because he can't be standing against that Ling lifestealer. And right now the only one left alive here is gonna be the Rubik. Huntrash player still doesn't have any HP or mana to blink afterwards, but oh, they won't be able to stop this either. Oh, they will! Long range stun! Must have been on the edge of the stun range of that Lina, and that is gonna be a double kill for 2 players of MUFC. And the Juggernaut, the only one that didn't die there.
TFG's Life Strike arrays are just
TFG?
so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I made it. I made the pun. I can't do that.
Yeah. So, I mean, Jay bought back for that kill on mid. That's really slowing him down now. He was making pretty good progress towards the blink. I don't disagree with the buyback to get the kill on the DK, but obviously going down subsequently is just not what he wants to have happen. FC's making really good progress towards his Shadow Blade, and MUFC, it's really looking very similar to last game, applying pressure in all lanes. This time around, you know, Yanni getting a little bit more farm on. But
oh, they're gonna be going for this puck. Have to drag until the RP is there if they want to try, but the puck is already dead. Do you really? Oh, he gets a good RP though. It's up on 2, not on Dragon Knight though. Omni Slash gonna try to help out. It is gonna be the death of Winter. Can they get more RP? Did it get returned? No, it was actually not yet used. There it goes, actually. It is the Dragon Knight that finally goes down as well. Maybe they can get another kill. They ping around, but can they actually find anybody? Huntrash player sitting on full HP and full mana can try to turn this around if they would have gone, but they don't go and they back off. And the infest out to get some more HP up on Ling. And they don't lose their tier 1 actually. That was a dive past tier 1 tower without it actually going down. Towers are still 1 tower in favor of MUFC, so getting some extra gold for them, but yeah, was surprised that they didn't get that tower.
Yeah, so a really nice gank. Well, a really nice counter initiation from MUFC there. Unfortunately, Jay does go down one more time, so still sitting at 500 gold. I mean, he's leading the last hits, but now distinctly the middle of the pack for as far as net worth
Radiant's
is
top
concerned.
tower
So
is under attack.
now that his team has a little bit more going for it, I mean, Sand King has that epicenter, G level 6, well, Geo level 6. Hopefully now they can be the ones, you know, doing things and letting Jay get a bit of farm. And well deserved. He sort of works his team back in.
Yeah, oh, they're gonna be finding 007 here with the smoke up. Winter going down, lands a stun. Actually not going down just yet. Will be ending up dead though.
Size means nothing when your blade
And that
carries
smoke
no weight.
gonna be wasted. Wasted.
I
Gonna be
don't know if that smoke should have caught him. I think it was seen by this Radiant ward that's just up on the high ground. So yeah, I don't know what Winter was doing. So I'd have to look back at the replay to see if the smoke was actually in range, but I think they smoked right underneath that ward. So yeah, Winter maybe should have seen that one coming.
People vanishing from the minimap all of a sudden while you have a ward. Quite obvious. In general.
Yeah.
I do like that Mineski is able to play a lot more solid than they did in game number 1, knowing what they want to do. And MUFC not as dominant as they were before. They still are ahead of this game as they still pick up Lina with an orb actually for Mineski. So good kill there, but they do lose a tier 1 tower for that to Ling actually, who's still getting chased down. Can they actually still get that? That is the rage being stolen. Infest and a creep. I think they saw that, so
all aboard!
All aboard the live to the train. It's also the first creep that's gonna be killed.
I don't know why they're nuking.
I don't know why they're. Oh my god, they don't know.
Dire's top tower
They
has
did not
fallen.
know. They have to have known.
That was
Right?
pretty suspicious. Anyway, so tower goes down top. FDFC gets the blasted in there. I think he's got his Lothars flying out.
Fuck. Gonna be jumping onto the Lina. Is now silence. Can't do anything just yet, but here comes the Raze. The Laguna Blade still gonna be hitting. Shockwave might be able to kill off the Lina. In the meantime, Puck still goes down to Huntress player. The chase is still on though. TFG on the run. Here comes help. Winter coming from the wrong side of the map, interestingly enough. Gonna be finding a stun. RP still only hits up on the Lina. Lina still not dead, yo. Run for your life! Run! And you can! And it is gonna be a kill going the way of MUFC. That RP totally wasted. And another tower going the way of MUFC actually. And that tower... Oh, that tower was already down there by the Dragon Knight actually. All tier 1 towers now gone. Never mind.
So, I mean, it's much closer than last game in terms of kills, but experience and gold are starting to push out 3k and about well, starting to move towards 7.5k in terms of gold. Again, it is a similar story. I mean, Mineski haven't been able to muster a push just yet, so if they can turn the game around in terms of being able to take a fight, there is a lot of gold waiting for them, but that's a bit of a question of if and when. Magnus still only about 1k away from his Blink Dagger, so that's going to be big. Jay has been getting some more farm going, but again, one more death brings the tally up to 5, and that continues to stall at the Blink, so I'm not going to have a huge impact in this game at least for a while. And up top, oh, it gets caught.
Ooh, that's something going down indeed. I
You
mean,
were weak.
we do have the Dire team without a courier right now, I believe. So at least that's something that also MUFC got out of that fight. They just got a lot out of that fight on the mat with the Magnus there. And the courier and the RP, and just have to have the freedom to continue to farm for now. And look at that gold graph just spiking up towards the 10k experience graph, over 5,000 experience in favor of MUFC, while the kills are only 4 kills difference, so it's not that much. Just finding the farm and just having more places covered at the same time because they're less afraid to be caught out by themselves right now. While Mineski is actually sticking a bit together a bit more because they don't want to be getting caught out, which is understandable, but does cost them a bit. And overall, MUFC leading the show right now.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I just think Mineski need that first Blink Dagger so badly. That's the only piece of the puzzle that's missing. I mean, there's now basically the core up for MUFC. They've got the Lothars up on the DK. They've got the Armwood up on the Nakes. They've got huge boosts in damage. All they need is that Blink.
Is under attack.
Oh, they were looking for that puck there with the TP. And tier 2 tower is the target. There was one TP in, but the rest is gonna be walking. Gonna be too late though, and it's gonna be Link from the side, seeing who is everybody coming in. They still managed to find the puck. I'm not quite sure why he came back in there, because it was obvious that the rest wasn't there. There is actually gonna be an RP up on Huntress player. Let's see if he's gonna be able to blink out. Won't be able to do that. Rubik actually picking up the kill. Rubik getting a Dragon Tail in return. Gonna be going down. Winter picking it up. They have another stun, and they will be able to use a double kill going for Agent 007. And that is gonna be a tier 2 with 2 kills to boot. Losing the Queen of Pain, not too good, but you know, kind of worth it.
Yeah, I mean, they get a tower, they get a bunch of kills, they even got a buyback out of out of Rubik as well, so he's not gonna have anything going his way at least for a while. And yeah, Mineski, I don't know, maybe just the supports maybe not making their presence as felt as the MUFC supports. I mean, it's hardly a fair comparison when Winter just has this massive participation right now. But yeah, Mineski, again, I still just think that one blink is what it's going to take. And it's almost up on the Magnus. He's only 150 gold out. So Joven maybe with some turnaround potential.
Yeah, we have got Mineski looking for a fight though. They do have an RP in 40 seconds again, but that's, you know, quite long actually for already hanging around with 4. Maybe they want to try like a Roshan perhaps, but they're going to be finding some people. Sentinel goes down though. They find themselves a Dragonite with the Shadow Blade, Burrow Strike, Dragon, everything goes down. Dragon goes down, that is. There's going to be a Shadow Blade that's also trying to find out. Lina only Slash could be able to stop that from happening. Stop that TP, but it's not even needed. Just the burst damage is enough, and this is what Mineski needs. 2 wards being placed, sentries, which is interesting, but you know, a bit of miscommunication can happen with the joy of finding someone indeed going inside the Shadow Blade, which is, you know, can't really blame them. But this is what Mineski needs, these kind of pickoffs and just trying to get the control together again. And now with the RP back up again, maybe even trying to go for a fight kill off the other 3 if they are lucky enough. Or maybe at least force out some towers to get like 4 damaged items up by Link. His RP, or yeah, his life was worth an RP. Definitely.
Yeah.
And that's a blink dagger, as you said, important. Another blink dagger that is.
And the second blink up on Jay. So they're a little bit, you know, a little bit slower in terms of the score, but they have it this game. They've got the Lothars up on Yanni, they've got the 2 blinks, they've got the team fight sort of in hand now, and I think things start looking up a little bit from here for Mineski, or at least, you know, this is the game. This is the mid game. This is where it's going to be sort of the right clickers on MUFC up against Mineski's slightly more control-oriented lineup.
Yeah, and this is of course also the time where MUFC that got a gold advantage, also with help of course with towers, because they are right now 3 towers ahead. They have to be able to hold on to that, because otherwise they're going to be falling behind quite quickly, and if they're not able to do that, that's going to be putting them in a very bad spot. They need to be able to win some fights, or at least not lose any fights, and not lose any towers either, because otherwise they're just going to give gold to a team that is already able to withstand MUFC, even with the gold difference that they have right now. And they're actually going to be going in. Going to be finding the Dragonite again with a Blink, Burrow, Strike, Skewer, and a kill going the way of the support Rubik, interestingly enough. But they do get an important kill, and maybe with that they will be able to pick up the tower. Like I said, a lot of core gold that they really need, and they're already doing well without the extra gold that they got, so we'll be even doing better after getting this tower.
And exactly, when we talked about if this game swings back, it swings back in a big way, and Mineski, you know, back-to-back kills, nice team fight. Now they get the tower, now they get a bit more gold. Gold graph starts to tip back towards 0, experience tipping back that way as well. And Mineski just looks like they found their feet in this game.
And they're not willing to let go. Dream Coil up on the Lina this time. Oh, RP up on 2, Skewer down to the lower ground, or not, or getting silenced up. Burrow Strike hits up on 2. Sonic Wave though, hello Huntress player, 2 heroes already down, but the buyback for Lina is there. Skewer down to the lower ground, and it's gonna be Magnus that still goes down though. Rubik goes down as well. Link gonna be trying to pick off the last one to TP out, and is indeed able to do that. The rest, the puck is on the base, the Juggernaut's in the base, and that is gonna be a fight that MUFC needed to take, because otherwise there would not be any stopping Mineski. So they bring the game back to the balance. I think, even though the gold graph shows still 8k advantage in favor of MUFC, with the experience graph still in favor of MUFC as well, but I feel like this game right now is even.
Yeah, and I mean, it looked really good for Mineski there. They got the reverse polarity down, but the Orchid from Queen of Pain just absolutely disastrous. The spanner in the works, then everybody else came in trying to trying to get the save off, and yeah, I think that Orchid was just a nightmare. So Mineski this time around, they're going to be aware of it. Magnus sees it. He's already going to be starting to work his way towards a BKB, so it's not going to be as big an obstacle later on in the game. Oh, and bot. No, Yanni looks like he's going to be okay.
And too fucking good. I actually picked up a Blink Dagger. I'm quite surprised to see actually that he went for stats rather than Fairy Soul.
Yeah, so yeah, actually, yeah, he's already spent 10 points, so he's got 2 points in stats instead of, I mean, even a single point in Fiery Soul, a little bit of extra A little bit extra boost
it
could
helps so
but
much.
I guess he's got the positioning down with the blink dagger, so his choice.
Yep, his choice indeed. We are gonna be seeing a bit more aggression, I think, also from Mineski coming their way. I mean, they are looking to be going for some team fight potential as they are kind of grouping up around the Roche pit here. Maybe they want to try and take down Roshan.
And you know, Joven's practicing his moves. They've got the reverse polarity back up. They've got the Dream Coil. They've got an epicenter as well. And it's almost a level 2 epicenter. Sand King actually making some pretty good progress towards the blink. So we're going to see support blinks on both sides. Everybody's going to be going every which way in these fights. But yeah, Mineski, I mean, I think just need to find another nice fight. That one on mid, I mean, things went bad, but it was the right idea. It just, you know, it just so happened that he couldn't get that skewer off in time. And he made a bit of a readjustment that may have been due to ping. We saw he started the skewer, thought better of it, walked a little bit around, then he got hit by the silence, and that's when everything really went bad. And Mineski, something that we didn't talk about, they actually got an even bigger victory there. They picked up a gem, and that's a gem that belongs to Winter that they got when they killed him inside the base. So I mean, it was a pretty bad fight, pretty bad dive, but it still worked out pretty well, I think.
At least they got something in return for it. We see both teams just sticking together. Both not really initiating on Roshan, though I think the next one that takes the fight will go for Roshan, because that is just something that will be able to turn fights in someone's favor if they get it. And right now, as I said, teams are even. That Roshan could tip the balance in their favor.
The thing for MUFC right now is that they don't have any vision over Roshan. The only indicator, the only canary down the mine shaft that they have as to whether or not they're in the Roshan pit is whether or not people are coming to prevent this push on top or the creeps pushing in at bot. So MUFC, yeah, we'll see. They might get a little bit caught here.
Well, they're drawing on the minimap. They are having a plan with the smoke up, looking for a pick-off, looking for a fight. Maybe they'll get lucky. Sentry ward is down though. MUFC sticking together as well. One big fight to rule them all. Could it be?
Contrast player needs to be ready to TP.
Dire's top tower
Here they
is
come.
under attack.
Oh, that's gonna be a nice silence. There's FP only up on one support though, not what they really wanted. It is gonna be a Winter that goes down first. There goes FC as well. They do get the Rubik Sonic Wave up on 3 Laguna Blade. It is gonna be Mineski on the run. Huntress player cleaning house. Puck trying to get himself away. Will be able to do that. Buybacks up on buybacks, or at least only one so far. Light Strike Array. Block. Stay alive. Will be able to. Shadow Strike? Oh, yeah. There goes the gem, goes down still. Good fight from UFC. Probably the best that they could have hoped for with the RP on the ground. Buyback from Magnus gonna delay his BKB for a long time, and his buyback didn't really amount to anything right there, and that was a fight that Mineski's probably gonna regret. At the bright side, MUFC is not gonna get anything in return for that one.
Bottom tower is under attack.
It was a buyback for Yanni, not a buyback for Jug.
Oh, okay.
But buyback for Yanni, not a buyback for Magnus. So yeah, that slows Yanni down a bit. Didn't really accomplish too much. But that's his first death of the game. He was 7-0-8 before that. So his farm's still looking pretty good.
Radiant's
But
bottom tower
net worth
is
on the
under attack.
lifestealer. Wow.
Yeah.
Cranium Bash already picked up 12.1k. But the Bash is actually, you know, it looks kind of cheap now in comparison, you know, just because of Abyssal Blade being out, but it's still a pretty expensive item. So MUFC, the farm, still looking really solid for them. They are still leading a little bit in terms of towers, however. So the gold discrepancy, oh, it's 10k. That's maybe the towers aren't the biggest contributing factors to that one. So yeah. Still just looking good in terms of farm, but Mineski holding on and still have that team fight. And I mean, we've seen some nice reverse polarities, but we're yet to see that one reverse polarity that's going to, you know,
That
wipe
makes
out a
the
team
break.
fight.
Okay,
Yeah, exactly. Like make or break the team fight. So Mineski still, I think, still definitely in with a chance. And just by virtue of having as much team fight as they do, they're keeping MUFC away from the Roshan pit, and that's, you know, that's kind of nice at the moment. Jay's gonna be working his way towards a hex. Joven still quite a ways away from the BKB, but Oa is actually gonna have his blink in, well, just about 30 seconds. So that's going to be even more initiation coming online for Mineski.
Yeah, we see them still a bit twirling around each other. I mean, they don't want to initiate again. I mean, Mineski doesn't want to initiate. I mean, MUFC doesn't want to initiate. When are we gonna see some action again? And why is Roshan being completely abandoned? We do have Puna with the Blink Dagger, so that will be good for them. Might have a fight over the tier 1 here. Tier 1. I hear myself saying that. It's 28 minutes in. It feels like it's 50 minutes in and every fight can be the last one.
Yeah, it's definitely getting towards that point. And we had the Blink Dagger up on Oa, but at the same time we just finished the BKB. Just the BKB finished on Dragon Knight, and there's also a BKB now up on Huntress. So that, I mean, the primarily magical team fight for Mineski is now starting to look a little bit weaker. But they're gonna head into the Roshan pit.
Finally.
Next bomb ready to go.
Yeah, maybe with that we can see something. And actually, we have got the smoke off for MUFC. They want to try to counter this. I don't think they're going to be enough to take down Roshan, but at least they're going to be time to maybe try and take a fight as Mineski exits the Roshan pit. Huntress player might actually try to blink in. We do have them finding Rubik first. Telekinesis there. BKB activated. Only slashes there as well. Not doing as much as he probably would have hoped. And he is going to be finding a Dragon Tail on the back end of things. It is Huntress player cleaning house. Picks up the Sand King. Tracing down on the Poo. We're going to be seeing the Aegis being popped. Juggernaut in no man's land. Gonna be going down as well. This is a fight for MUFC. They can look to find some extra kills here if they can find these. Open wounds up on the Rubik, doesn't have anything stolen, could be stealing the rage to try and get away, but gets a stun first and goes down with the ship. It is gonna be the Puck still getting chased down. Huntress player is having some fun with this guy. Will be able to get the kill right now though, so that is at least something that is a team wipe with no casualties for MUFC, doing really well, really solid, and just overall profiting from Mineski just being totally disjointed from each other. There was no RP that could really do anything, no team fight RP anyways, and MUFC gonna be able to get a bit more from this as well because buybacks are not there apart from the ones on the Puck.
The team fight got completely split into two places, and we see Kings from Mineski as well. So the Quap Nakes bomb dealt, very definitely. Oh,
no, that I think that was a bit of a, I don't know, a bit of a final breath of, leave my base alone. And, not going to be able to do that. So it reminds me a bit of that. So, no. Burst Strike up with Telekinesis again. The Dragon Knight finally taking a bit more damage. Has another BKB. Will just be able to walk himself out of there. And the range, the melee racks are down. So that's all they came for. MUFC backing off. Might be trying to do a turn and burn if someone tries to take down. But no, they're going to be backing out. They're going to be TPing themselves out into safety. And I think that was MUFC just showing their farm advantage. 15K.
Yeah, I mean, MUFC, they flex the farm advantage, and the team fight for them, just mysteriously, well, not mysteriously, but it works out perfectly. They get the two heroes who could deal with SK and Mag, perfectly down. The reverse polarity used on the Quap, and the Nakes, but no, hold that thought.
Yeah, no, well, you can continue your thought because that was just someone being burnt to pieces. No escape for him, and this could actually be game. The Juggernaut does not have a buyback, does not have anything, and he is the one that brings the damage to these fights. There's an epicenter on cooldown. There is an RP, but like I just said, I mean, if there's an RP, where does the damage come from? Nowhere really. MUFC gonna be taking down tier 2 and probably push down to the tier 3 if they can.
And I mean, that fight at the Roshan pit was with an Aegis up as well for Mineski.
Ooh, there's an RP actually. Catches out on 3, but the return damage comes from MUFC. Burrow Strike gonna help out. Huntress player gonna be stunning away from over. Everybody gets a first kill, and it is gonna be 3-4-1. Dragon Knight still going down, but Puck, yeah, also 4-4-1 in the end with only the Sand King getting himself out of light. I say 4-4-1, but it was actually 3-4-1, as of course the Juggernaut was still dead. But yeah, another fight going the way of MUFC. And look at the HP of Lifestealer. He's not even trying to run away, even though the tower really doesn't like him.
I mean, yeah, Ling got down to about like 50 HP or something like that in the fight. They just couldn't quite finish him. Got the armlet toggle off and just kept on trucking. Mineski, I like the decision that they went for there. Most of the time, you'd say, okay, Juggernaut's dead. We gotta just, and what MUFC are expecting is Juggernaut's dead. They're not going to defend until they get to the tier 3. Mineski, They see an opportunity where MUFC are grouped up. Doesn't quite finish off the Nakes, but had they been able to kill off both the Nakes and the DK, they would have bought themselves quite a bit of time. So I'm not against that initiation. It's just not quite enough damage at this point in the game, and that farm advantage would shine through.
In the meantime, MUFC kind of not as... Whoa, that was awkward camera movement. Not as aggressive as we might think that they would be with the advantage that they now have, but still playing it safe because they know that RP on the board. Really. Yeah, I keep saying it, I know I'm repeating myself, but it kind of makes it possible for still anything to still happen. But they are looking to be going up again, and they have got everybody back up again. They do have all the ultis up again, almost. I say that because I say almost. Lifestealer doesn't have his infest just yet, and there's no sonic wave for another 30 seconds. But with waiting on a creep wave, they might just have enough. Everybody with the blink dagger hiding in the back. We of course got 3 blinks up on Mineski. Massive initiation possible. And Lina hiding herself with the gem of true sight just in case.
Yeah. Mineski, they've still got the team fight. It's just a question of finding it.
Yeah.
It's in there somewhere.
Can they find it? Can they find it is the question. I don't know. I mean, there's one set of ranged one set of Rex gone down, and I still think it still can be Mineski's game right now. But MUFC have proven that they can actually survive the combination that Mineski brings, even though they did that without the Juggernaut being there, and that would make a big difference, of course. But they've been able to kill the Juggernaut quite fast as well. I mean, he's going damage because he needs to be the damage for his team, but it doesn't make him extra tanky. Only the 1 point booster that he has makes him a bit tanky, and that is not tanky enough right now.
Well, you know.
Oh, they find Puck silencing him up. Sonic Wave as well. Do they have enough damage? Is the question. Huntress player. Yeah, we'll be able to get the kill with the stream. Dream Coil still there. Doesn't matter though. The nice RP up on 2. Can they kill off 2? No, only 1 blink away from Huntress player with the BKB on will be enough. Hello, FZ picks up the Rubik, chases down Juggernaut, but the Shadow Blade is there. No gem up on the Dragonite himself. Lina only has a gem. Has also got an infested Lifestealer in her, but. We'll see how that's gonna go. She has, of course, got blink initiation of her own. Puck on the sidelines, Rubik on the sidelines. And they're gonna be trying to go for the Magnus. Open Wounds is there. Life Strike Ray gonna miss. Burrow Strike up on 2. It is just on the retreat. Nice Laguna lane. Sand King being the underfarmed, underleveled hero, level 13 up against the level 17 Lina. Yeah, that's not gonna be working out the way he wants it to. Ranged Rex, melee Rex, both are probably gonna be dropping here. And is this the end from Mineski, you think?
Reverse Blight is on cooldown. I don't know. I think this might be it. This is gonna be Mega Creeps before they can muster another fight. And Huntress player wants more revenge for that bottom lane apparently. So
yeah. Open Wounds. Rubik going down real fast. Puck trying to do what he can, but finds himself Huntress player. Is able to jump himself away. Is actually trying to escape away from his baits. Gets a Life Strike Ray. Nicely plays by 2 fucking good. And that will be Puck going down. This should be GG.
Meanwhile, FCFC playing the objective. He's going for the racks very slowly, chipping away. Everybody else is off having fun, but he just wants to finish this up. He wants to go home.
I want to go home. I want to have my food. Just back off. We do have, in the meantime, some base farming going on. I mean, you never know. This is, of course, it was, of course, a best out of 3. I'm actually going to be already calling it with the Mega Creeps now, even if Mineski doesn't. This was a best out of 3. This was game number 2. And this was Mineski in a single elimination bracket out of this tournament. We are going to be seeing MUFC taking on Zenith in the semifinals on Tuesday. And we are seeing them also taking care of the Fountain, wasting an epicenter there. But they will be taken out of Throne. And yeah. That was it. What are your shoutouts right now?
So I'm gonna do a shout out to Ryan Editor. Again, the same shout outs to shout out to that reverse polarity, but I don't know what's gonna be able to do anything. Survives the Ghost of the Laguna. But anyway, let's do shout outs to Ryan Editor. Shout outs to all the people who are going along with me to TI3. Looking forward to seeing some other people there. Thank you, Sheever, obviously, for having me along. Thanks to the AQ guys and the TYH guys. They know who they are. Shout out to the Slaw as well. I'm sure I'm going to forget some people, so you guys are going to have Deal. Thanks to everyone in chat. It was great to have you along. If you guys want to leave feedback for me, I'd love to hear from you in chat, or send me an email at basskipdota@gmail.com. But yeah, I think that about wraps it up for me. And again, a big thank you, Sheever.
Yeah, thank you as well. It was a pleasure having you here again, 2 days in a row. Of course, you can check out Basskip as well on his own Twitch TV channel, where he often casts Twitch TV/Basskip. So the way that's written in the stream, so BASSKIP. And also on Twitter, of course, they can find you there under the same name. Do you have actually a Facebook page?
Yes, I do.
Under the same name, I would expect.
Yeah, yeah. There's
Surprising.
a pattern here.
Yeah, I sense it. It's like I'm super clever here. But I actually did the same, because everybody can find me under the same name. SheeverGaming on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, and also, of course, oh, God, I already said everything, so there. And make sure to follow, subscribe, like. And thank you for being here, also the viewers. And make sure you tune in both tomorrow, because you have a chance to win a ticket to TI3 for... or during rather the showmatch between Mineski and First Departure, if I'm correct. And also, of course, make sure you continue to follow the AMD Premier League. We're gonna continue on Tuesday with the semi-finals. It will be Tong Fu taking on Rising Stars, who managed to beat out Orange in their game yesterday. It will also be MUFC taking on Zenith in the other semi-finals. So 2 amazing best out of 3s they we're gonna see on Tuesday. Don't forget to tune in. For now, I wish you a pleasant evening, afternoon, morning, night, whatever you're from. And we're gonna be jumping ourselves out of this game. And oh, stick around for commercials, because that's what I like. Thank you.